My name is Anki, and I'll be talking about the introduction. So Tea Life is one of the biggest or like the major bubble tea in Malaysia. It started in 2007 when a local owner changed the brand Chat Time into a new brand called Tea Life. So this has created a fully independent Malaysian company later on, and the brand has built success on understanding the local tasters or local preferences. So it's mainly because they offer a wide variety of menus. It can be fruit fusions or like lattes or whether it's bubble tea. They also created a popular local ingredients with like palm sugar and grass jelly. And this is all based on customer customization or like preferences or like according to their taste. So that is why Tea Life is different from other companies or like more of appealing to the Malaysian customers. Now, Tea Life also has a very strong presence in social media, and which makes them trendy and popular, especially among the youth people. Now, as Tea Life is a homegrown business, actually Tea Life is a source of a national pride, and it is mainly national pride because it creates many job opportunities. It also supports like local suppliers too. And then it's a growth from rebranding to a market leader, and it also shows a successful structure or like strategy and a strong connection to the Malaysian culture too. So it's just not a brand which only look on people's preferences, but also connects with the culture too. That's it. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to our Madam City. My name's Daniel, and I'll be continuing the presentation about basic concepts of economics according to our chosen company, which is the Tea Life company. So without further ado, let's get into it. When we talk about basic concepts of economics, things like scarcity, choice, and opportunity cost, they might sound like a textbook ideas, but for a small business like Tea Life, these concepts are not just theory. They are real daily challenges that shape how business runs, spends, and grows. So let's start with the scarcity. Scarcity happens when our wants are unlimited, but our resources is limited. And that's exactly what Tea Life faces every day. The shop has limited money, space, staff, and time. For example, their budget has to cover so many things: buying tea, milk, pills, paying workers, rent, bills, and even marketing. They can't spend everything at once, so they must choose carefully where the money goes. Even the shop space is scarce. If they add more seats for customers, they lose space for storing ingredients or preparing drink faster. The same goes for labor. When the shop gets busy, limited staff can only make so many drinks at once, so lines form and sales might slip. Every one of these limits, like money, space, labor, and time, shows how scarcity shapes a real-life business. And for the second economic concepts is choice. Because resources are scarce, Tea Life manager have to make tough choice. For example, should they buy more of their best-selling black tea, or should they try something new like seasonal fruit drink? The first option keep things steady and safe, but the second one might attract new customers, or it could flop and waste money. They also face choice about staffing. Should they hire more part-timers to serve faster, or keep the things small to save costs? Each choice has a trade-off: save money now or improve service and satisfaction. These decisions are constant, and they show how economics isn't just on numbers. It's about real, practical choice every business must make. And finally, the third one, which is the opportunity cost. And about this one, this concept means that the true cost of any decisions isn't just what you spend, but also what you give up by not choosing something else. For example, if T-Life decides to invest heavily in partnering with a delivery app, they might miss the chance to create a loyalty program for the walk-in customers. That's a missed opportunity because the potential is to build stronger customers relationship. It is in the opportunity cost concept. Even in daily days, this idea shows up, and if the head barista spends 2 hours training staff, that's 2 hours of lost sales they could have made at the counter. So opportunity cost helps T-Life think carefully about which option brings the most benefit overall. Well, hence, scarcity, choice, and opportunity costs are not just theories. They are the backbone of how T-Life makes decisions every single day. These concepts help the business use its limited resources wisely, balance risks and rewards, and also keep growing in a competitive market. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and very good evening, madam. So my name is Putra Srajidin Daniel. Now I will talk about the demand, supply and market equilibrium for T-Life. So let's start with demand. So T-Life demand mainly comes from young consumer and working adults who enjoy bubble tea and other favorite drinks. So the law of demand says that when the price goes down, people will buy more, and if the price goes up, people will buy less. So for example, if T-Life offer promotion like buy one free one or student discount, the quantity demanded will usually increase. So other factors that affect demand include consumer income, trend or taste, and maybe even the weather. On a hot day, more people crave cold drinks like T-Life. So that's for demand. Now let's move to supply. Okay, supply. The supply of T-Life drinks depends on factors such as the cost of the ingredient like tea, milk, tapioca pearls, and well as labor and rent costs. According to the law of supply, when the selling price of drink increase, T-Life is willing to supply more because it can earn a higher profit, maximum profit. However, if ingredient prices rise or there are shortages, T-Life may reduce supply or increase price to cover their costs. So that's for supply. Now let's move to the last one, that is market equilibrium. When demand and supply meet, we get the equilibrium price, the price at which customers are happy to buy and T-Life is happy to sell. For example, if T-Life set a price too high, customer might switch to cheaper alternative like Misway or Gongcha. If the prices are too low, T-Life may struggle to cover production costs, so the company need to balance both sides to maintain steady sales and profit. So to conclude my part, the demand and supply for T-Life are influenced by many factors: price, income, trend, cost, or even competitors. By understanding these forces, T-Life can make a better decision about pricing, marketing and production. So that's all for me, madam. Thank you.
My name is Ahmad Aidid and I'll be talking about production and costs. T-Life's production process is designed for consistency, cost, efficiency, and scalability. The company follows a centralized procurement strategy, which means it sources key ingredients such as tea leaves, milk, tapioca, pearls, and flavored syrups from trusted suppliers through a centralized system. This not only helps maintain the same quality standard across all outlets, but also reduces input costs through bulk purchasing and long-term supplier contracts. In terms of cost structures, T-Life's production expenses can be broken down into several key categories. Raw materials contribute about 35% of total production costs. These include the ingredients used in every cup: tea, milk, pearls, and sweeteners. Labors and utilities together make up around 40%, covering wages, electricity, and water consumption required to operate each outlet efficiently. The company also deals with both fixed and variable costs. Fixed costs consist of rent for store spaces, franchise fees, and equipment maintenance, while variable costs include daily consumables like ingredients, packaging materials, and employee wages that fluctuate based on sales volume. T-Life's operation demonstrates clear benefits from economies of scale. As demand rises, particularly during peak seasons or successful promotions, the company is able to produce and sell more drinks at a lower average cost per cup, with over 850 outlets operating across Malaysia as of 2024. T-Life can distribute its fixed costs over a much larger output, effectively reducing per unit costs and increasing profit margins. The company has also embraced technology to further reduce operational costs. Its introduction of automation and self-ordering system, such as the T-Life Plus digital platform, streamlines order processing, reduces human error, and speeds up service. This move not only enhances customer convenience, but also helps lower marginal costs and improve efficiency in high-traffic outlets. However, T-Life's production is not without challenges. Economic factors such as inflation and the rising cost of ingredients have placed pressure on production budgets. Malaysia's consumer price index decreased by around 4.3% in 2023, leading to higher prices for milk, sugar, and tea imports. These cost pressures can directly impact the company's profit margins if not managed carefully. To mitigate this, T-Life adopts several cost control strategies. It maintains efficient inventory management to minimize wastage, negotiates stable supplier contracts to lock in favorable prices, and focuses its marketing on high-margin drinks like premium milk teas and specialty blends. This strategic focus allows the company to sustain profitability even when the market conditions fluctuate. In summary, T-Life's success lies in its ability to balance quality with cost efficiency through centralized procurement, economies of scale, technological innovation, and effective cost management. The company continues to strengthen its position as Malaysia's leading bubble tea brand. Despite challenges like inflation and supply fluctuations, T-Life's adaptability and operational discipline allow it to maintain profitability and ensure that customers always receive high-quality beverages at reasonable prices. In conclusion, T-Life's rise from a simple local branding to Malaysia's leading bubble tea brand shows how applying strong economic principles leads to real success. Its achievements go far beyond selling tasty drinks. They come from smart decisions that balance scarcity, choice, and opportunity costs to use resources efficiently and meet customers' demand. T-Life also benefits from economies of scale through centralized sourcing, efficient supply chains, and the use of technology, helping it maintain quality while keeping costs low. Its flexibility in pricing, labor, and production allows the company to stay profitable even when the market changes. By focusing on local sourcing and cultural fit, T-Life strengthens both its brand and Malaysia's economy. Overall, T-Life proves that when a business combines solid economic knowledge with innovation and local understanding, it can grow sustainably and become a true symbol of modern Malaysian entrepreneurship.